During the Steam Next Fest that is taking place right now, there are a lot of indie games being showcased. I want to show you 8 indie games where I tried the demo from. The first game is really close to the best game I have played during this entire week. Bionic Bay is a sci-fi adventure game where you play as a cyborg who must navigate through a futuristic world. You must use your abilities to solve puzzles and defeat enemies. The puzzles mostly consist of green lasers that bounce you, red lasers that burn you, explosions that blow you up, and you can also encounter things like flamethrowers that can be easily destroyed. The thing I love most about this game is the special ability where you can switch with certain objects. Standing near an object and pressing a certain button will select the object. Then pressing another button will make that object switch places with you. I really enjoyed this feature. You could switch with normal objects that fall through gravity, or you could switch places with a flying object so you can jump on it later. If you already like some of the Nexus demos and like to see more indie games in the future, then make sure to subscribe. I release like 2 videos a week on indie games new and old. And I'm trying to reach 1000 subs by the end of the year. The next demo I want to be looking at is a bit of a different game. It looks a bit random. Garde is a fencing game where you can compete against other players online or bots from the game. Like with fencing, you must use your skills to outmaneuver your opponents and score points. But if you're not confident about your fencing skills, you can also use the environment to throw objects at your enemies. They mostly consist of chairs and boxes. If they still attack you too much, you can also knock your opponents out. It's a game where I quite enjoyed the looks of it. The maker stream and the trailer were both amazing, but whenever I try to play the demo, it somehow gives me an error that the graphics card doesn't work. So I couldn't play it. Still, it's safe to say that I look quite forward to this random game. We're following this up with what is probably the best demo I played this entire Next Fest. Genopanic is a pixel art Metroidvania inspired adventure platformer, where you explore the corridors of a space station in quarantine, filled with secrets and dangers. You can also engage in boss fights. Or you play as a human, or you play as a robot that works in the space station, but I still haven't really figured that one out. When running through the corridors, you can talk to either an AI robot space dog, or you can encounter an AI Catwoman. In the demo, your objective is to collect some sort of energy slugs. You can find them using the awesome map you have. During your travels you will find a plasma cutter that you can use to destroy the green virus wall coming from the outbreak. With that plasma cutter you can also kill the zombies you will encounter. What I loved the most about this game was the feature that only showed once. A cool hacking feature where you had to be quick with your mouse because it was timed. What was even better about this game is that in the demo, if you finish it, it would have an extra mode or something where it showcased all the features from the game. I really liked it. Then our next game is also quite a good looking game. Distant Bloom is a cozy management exploration game where you restore a distant ruined world into blooming. You play as a character called the Assistant. I didn't really play much of it because my PC couldn't handle the graphics, but what I saw from it, it looks very good. With the various tools in this game you can harness the power of plants and make this world bloom again. Around the landed mothership you can do all kinds of things to nurture new alien flora. Basically, your mothership is your homestead. Like your normal farming sim, this game also involves plants and harvesting them. Turn your harvest into recipes, tools and items that you can use to build and improve your home base. This is a game I also look quite forward to, even though I had some troubles playing the demo. But it looks really good and it's only in pre-alpha version, so it's bound to be good. As the 5th game we have the best cozy game I have ever played. It mixes 2 things I like, farming and dinos. Paleo Pines is a farming sim that takes place in a valley with a prehistoric theme. So there are freaking dinos. What's even better is that you can ride them. Raptors, gallimimus, and these tiny things, I don't know how they call it. There are also trikes, and you have a guy called Lucky, that's a parasaur, one of my favorite dinos next to a T-Rex. To tame your dinos, you use your old flute you eventually find laying around next to your farm. With this flute you can order dinos to do things for you. When taming one, match their call and it will follow you to your farm. Here you must give the dinosaur a pen with enough space to roam around. The pen also must have a gate so that the dinosaurs can freely leave. To keep the dinosaurs in the pen, you must place a dreamstone. You can find one laying around in the valley. Every day you must feed your dinosaurs some food. There's kibble for herbivores and there's kibble for carnivores. So you must also look at what your dinosaur eats. If you have your dinosaur in place, you must equip it with a saddle to ride it, because otherwise you can't ride it. Then it can remove debris for you so you can clean up your farm. We also of course have the farming aspect of the game. It's like most farming sims. Use your hoe on the ground, throw some seeds on it, give them water and then wait a few days to get the veggies. The water you can get from the pond on your farm. But to make it even easier, you can also use your dinos to do the farming for you. But if you do this, you will need a shovel to make the ground even again. Then we also have the town parts where there are a few shops. Here you can buy seeds, dinosaur food, decorations for your house like pen stuff, and some sweets that you can use during taming. I think this is a wonderful game to play. I'm very excited about it. I will definitely be buying it when it comes out on the 26th of September. As our next game we have Below the Stone, which is quite weird because they said they would be there on the next fest, but there is no demo from it out. You can only look at the trailer. Below the Stone is a pixel art roguelike about dwarves on the quest for the deepest depths. They explore a place where each and every descent will lead to new adventures. You must fight off monsters, find treasure and make your way to the end of the dungeon. Even though I couldn't find a lot about it, it looks like quite an interesting game. It would be a shame if I didn't cover it. Then we go on to our last game. It already looked quite interesting when I saw the trailer, but when I played the demo it felt really amazing. Chickenauts is a fast-paced action roguelike game where you battle alien chickens with abducted your beloved flock. You must build your spaceship, gather resources and discover new planets. The dungeon you're in is the enemy spaceship. Here you will find traps, enemies and enemies with a little extra health. I think these are bosses, but I'm not sure. I really can't wait for this game to come out. It looks a bit like Enter the Gungeon, a bullet hell that is very famous. I hope you liked the video and played some amazing demos this Neckfest. It's going on till Monday, so you still have some time to play. But if you want to watch some videos about other good indie games, click here.